Hiya peeps, it's me, Karen Foster, here at Nail Decadence, coming to you again with another video. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm such a donut, can't help it, it is what it is. Anyway, this video is a mermaidy type set on some almond shaped nails on my beautiful Handolly. Details are in the description box below if you'd like to know anything about how to purchase one, and if you would like to purchase one, feel free to use my code KFGIFT to get you 10% off your order. It is an affiliate code, just, you know, so we're keeping things on the up. It is an affiliate code, so I do get a few pennies, but bear in mind that I bought 2 hands myself from Handolly before I became an affiliate, so it's something I believe in, and I never promote something that I don't use and I don't spend my money on. Anyway, as you saw just before I started this reverse French, I applied my clear base layer over the top of my nail guards. Now bear in mind, when I bought this Handolly, this was when the tips were stuck on, not slide in. So this is the older model. The Handollies now are all slide-in tips, slide-in lock tips. So bear in mind, this is an old model, therefore it has these stuck-on tips. But if you were to order, you would get the sliding tip lock system. Okay, just to clear that up, because I've had someone ask me about that before. I think they got a bit confused. They didn't realise this was an older model. Anyway, on with the design. So yes, as I was saying, I'm doing a reverse French with this beautiful peach colour of acrylic. I'm using the One Love system in this video, so their monomer, the Peachy Cheeks, I think it's, yeah, Peachy Cheeks is this colour for the nail bed, and their clear is See Me Through. And I was also using the colours that I mixed myself from a Neo acrylic, and with that I used the Neo monomer. I don't like mixing, so some people do, some people don't. I prefer not to mix my brands, I like to keep them separate. So if I'm using Neo acrylic, I like to use Neo monomer, so I will have 2 pots of monomer basically, and I'll dip in the relevant pot of monomer to whatever powder I'm using, because I mix all of my colours using Neo acrylic. And I will put in the cards the video of how I mix my acrylic colours, because I get asked that a lot, so I made a video. Yeah, I use mica powder, and it's all explained in the video how to do it, and this is how I get my colours. So unless I say I've bought the colour, which mostly I haven't, mostly I've mixed them. As you can see, it's in that little pot on screen there, K-Mix, that's what I call them, because they're my mixers, I make them. Anyway, oh my god, I'm on another ramble, aren't I? I'll try to focus on the video. What did I do? I did a quick 3-ray ombre. Now 2 of those blue colours you saw me use are very similar, but one's more greeny. So that was a 3-way ombre that you saw me do before I started applying the purple to the thumb. Just so you know, it is 2 different colours, but they're very similar. So a full nail of purple on the thumb. Gorgeous purple, it's got a lovely shimmer running through it. Very pretty. When I mixed these colours, I was like, oh, I've got to do mermaid set. It's just got to be done. So in with some glitter on that wet acrylic, so just using my brush, which is just slightly damp from monomer, and tapping into glitter. Now the larger glitter pieces are called Giggles, and they're from Smiley's glitter store, details in the description box. The smaller pieces are just from AliExpress, and I just searched for fish scale glitter, and that's what I got. So they are smaller than the ones from Smiley's. They're still pretty though. And I'm also putting on some iridescent fine glitter all over it, just to give it a little bit more shimmer, because who doesn't like a bit of pretty iridescent? Anyway, on to the ring finger. going to use one of those blues that I mixed, the lighter one, do a full nail of that, if I remember rightly. I'm painting the colours on because I will be capping in clear. You know me, I cap everything in clear. I just like the glassy look, and it also saves you on your colours, because not every colour is a strength colour, so yeah, you would have to cap those ones. But if it was a strength powder, you're going to use so much of it. If you're building the nail with it, it's yeah, it saves your colours if you're capping them, just using a thin layer of it. Colours are more expensive than the clear at the end of the day. Save your pennies, cap it in clear, build your nail with clear. Yeah, I like to be a bit frugal. So on to that wet acrylic, I am applying some mylar paper, and it's not going on where I want it to go, so I'm going to faff about. You know me, I faff until I get it where I want it. Now all I did was, you know, when you buy mylar paper, it's just like strips, so I just cut pieces off at angles to get these kind of shard shapes, and yeah, just push them into the wet acrylic and they'll stick. No need to do anything else. As long as the acrylic's wet, you can just, it will hold them down. So it's pretty cool. And I added a tiny bit of clear acrylic over the top, and I'm putting some of those glitter dots. These are iridescent glitter dots that kind of remind me, like, they look like bubbles, you know. That was also from AliExpress. It was a little tub of like 12 sections of yeah, little circle dots, iridescent, kind of clearish circle dots, which are quite cute. So I put some of those on the little finger. I'm using the lighter colour of the two blues near the cuticle area, bringing that down. It was quite a big bead, so it pretty much covered the entire nail in one hit. That wasn't a bad job, was it? Pretty cool. Can't normally do one bead, but almost managed it there. But I needed to add a little bit more on. It was a bit, excuse me, a little bit, what's the word? Not spotty. Yeah, I suppose a little bit. Wasn't quite opaque enough, so that's why I added the second bead. And then I add some more of those lovely Giggles glitter and some of those little fish scale glitter pieces. Fade that down the nail, the larger pieces up by the cuticle area, and you know, fade down the pieces as they go smaller, you know, little ones. And then I will cap the ring finger with a nice bead of clear, dampening the rest of the nail with my brush as I was pulling that bead down. And add another bead by the cuticle area. I wanted to make sure that those mylar shards and those little bubbles were well and truly encapsulated, so I didn't file them away. Don't want to file those away. No. They're pretty. Ruin the effect if I filed them away. So as you can see, just adding tiny beads wherever I think there's a bit of mylar or glitter sticking out, just to make sure. I'll go back to that little finger, which is now set, and cap that one too. Now it's had a couple of minutes, well, a couple of seconds to set up a bit. The glitter pieces stay in place so they don't move when I'm capping them. So this is also adding my structure, strength, my apex, that kind of thing, thinking about the shape of the nails when I'm adding my clear. Onto the thumb, that is also set now for those glitter pieces, so I shall cap that one too. I'm going to need another bead, I think. Yeah, there we go. Another bead just to make sure my apex is in place, and that all of those lovely glitter pieces are encased and protected by the clear layer of acrylic. Capping that index finger now, and I'm trying to do it in one bead because I want to do a netting imprint. So it was a very large bead of clear acrylic, and I'm getting it as far as I can down the nail. I'm trying desperately to make sure it goes all the way down the nail, and I wanted to do it in one bead because I want it all to be setting at the same time so that I can really get a good imprint. Now, the mistake I made was the netting I used. It was a really stretchy type of netting. You see that, how it's stretchy it is? Crap. Don't ever use this kind of netting. You need the netting that keeps its shape, that doesn't rebound back, because that really messed me up. It ruined it. I was so peeved, but there was nothing I could do at that point, and I didn't want to start all over again. So I went with it. So I'm using, I think it's Bogart from Ink London, to fill in the imprint gaps to get the netting effect on that index finger. And now that the middle finger is set, I shall file in my smile line, make it nice and crisp. We do like a crisp smile line. And now I'm going to do a sort of, it's not really a marble, it's like blotches of different colours. So I'll use the lighter blue, the purple, then the slightly darker blue, and just to and fro between the colours. So it's not really a marble. I don't know what to call it. It's just blobs of colour fading into each other. I don't know, I have no technical terms for that. I don't know. I just felt like doing it, so that's what I did. I didn't want to do a standard marble. Sometimes these things happen. You start doing something with an idea in your head, and then you start doing it and you do something completely different, and that's what happened here. I did plan on doing a marble, but when it came to it, I did something completely different, which was this blobs of colour instead. I don't know. It looks pretty though. And I'm also adding some of the iridescent glitter on top of that. Sorry about my hand being in the way. But it's just very fine iridescent glitter. It's very pretty. And then I decided to add some of the giggles, fish scales on. Those are the giggles, the big ones. Do I put some of the little ones on as well? I think I do. Yeah, some of the little ones, the little fish scales I put on too. So both of those types of glitter, in fact all three of the types of glitters that I've used apart from the bubbles went on that one. So I will cap that free edge and protect it, because like I say, you want to protect your glitter. You want to make sure you've got enough thickness there for you to file into as well, of course, so that the glitter is protected but you get a good shape on your nail as well. I've built my apex with the One Love Peachy Cheeks. That's why I didn't cap that, just so you know. That one was a core powder, so I didn't need to cap it. And normally I do, I cap everything, but in this set I've decided to just build it with Peachy Cheeks. And now I am filing that index finger netting design that I was really peed off with. I was so upset I used that netting. It's absolutely crap. If your netting's stretchy, don't use it, because it ruins it. So I will make it look better and put some glitter around the bits that didn't come out so well, if you know what I mean. Well, I'll show you. So yeah, just filing off all the excess Bogart and just dampening it down to reveal what the result was, and then use some of the glitter pieces at the iridescent and the scales and top and bottom of the nail where the imprint didn't come out so good. Just sort of hide it. Yeah, you know the saying, if in doubt, get the glitter out. It's just, it all ties in anyway, so it was alright in the end. And then I capped that entire nail in clear, of course. Usual. protect your glitter, protect your design. I didn't want to file away any of that netting that I had managed to get an imprint of. And just making sure that glitter is well and truly encased and that I've got a good apex. Not too high, of course, if you don't want uber thick nails. Onto some of the filing now. I am going to file that smile line in, and you'll see that I take off quite a bit, and then I will cap it to make sure I've got a good apex. So yeah, I'm just going around, mostly around the top of the nail and the smile line area, of course, to just try and get that nice and sharp and neat. And obviously I'll lose some of the height of the apex there, so I do go back and cap it, but you know me, I like to cap it everything anyway, so that shouldn't be a surprise. Gotta cap it all. I just love it. Just looks really pretty with the clear over the top. I'm a sucker for it. I'm a sucker for the glass effect that clear gives. What can I say? It is what it is. It's me. Anyway, so going around the cuticle areas with a fine e-file bit and just neatening up that cuticle area. Make sure the acrylic is flush to the nail. Do that on all 5 fingers because I'm doing the whole hand in this set, not just the 4 fingers. Doing the thumb as well. Don't normally do the thumb because, you know, at the end of the day most people don't see it when I take a photo. But yeah, I did in this set. And that nail I capped has finally dried enough for me to then go around that cuticle area. So get hold of my hand file and file in those side walls and the underneath of the nail, if you know what I mean. Get that all nice and neat. Now we'll do that to all of the nails. I have different routines. Sometimes I do it like this, sidewalls on all the nails first, then go around and do the body of all the nails, one after the other. Sometimes I do the whole nail in one go. So yeah, sometimes I just do one side at a time on each nail and then go back to the start and do that. So get yourself a good filing routine, but whatever routine you go with, stick with that routine on that, you know, on all of the fingers. So because I've started this way, I will continue this way on each finger. I won't then file one finger all, you know, all the way, including the sidewalls and the body of the nail, when I've only done one side of the nail previously. Whatever routine I start with is the routine I stick with throughout the rest of that set. If I want to use a different routine on the next set of nails, that's fine, but on the set that I am currently working on, I will stick to the one routine that I have started with. It depends on how my hands are feeling on the day to how I do which routine I go for, because I have trouble with my hands. Sometimes I use the e-file more, sometimes I use it less. Like I say, it all depends on how my hands are feeling for the day, but it's essential to get yourself a good filing routine. It does make a difference when you treat each nail the same. So rather than e-file the body of the nail, I'm actually using my sanding band because I was having a bad hand day. And it's perfectly fine, the nails come out good. I get a better finish if I'm using the hand file to go over the body of the nail, but it is doable with the sanding band. It is definitely doable with the sanding band, and you'll see the end result. They look smooth, you know, they're not lumpy and bumpy just because I was using the sanding band. It does work. Anyway, whilst I'm finishing off that filing, just want to say hello to everybody and welcome to my channel, all of my subscribers. I'm getting quite a few new ones and it's really nice. Thank you for subscribing. If you've not subscribed already, why not? Go ahead, do it. I've got more coming, you know. If you like nails, hopefully you enjoy my videos, just subscribe, why not? How's everyone doing? Are we all coping? I hope you are. It's definitely hard. It's getting harder every day, I must say. But we're poodling along, we're trying to stay sane and try and keep busy, as well as busy as one can be. Gutted the weather's still not improved yet. Peeing down with rain again today. Not impressed. Although the plants in the garden are looking rather healthy, so they obviously needed it. Oh look, finished filing. So I have dusted the nails off, and you can wash your Handolly with soap and water to get all of the dust off her fingers. She's perfectly fine in soap and water. Use a little soft nail brush and give her a little scrub. All of those bits of dust will come off, not a problem. And then you can go let her dry, or you can pat her dry with kitchen roll, and then you can top coat, and that way you get, you know, nice clean looking fingers for your pictures, because she looks good when she's posing, especially when she's got a beauty set on. And so yeah, this is pretty much the end of the video. I'm going to add some crystals on, which was an afterthought, I will say. So had I thought about putting the crystals on beforehand, I wouldn't have top coated and I wouldn't have oiled. But I finished the set and I was looking at it, taking photos, and I thought it looked a bit naked. So I then used some rubbing alcohol, lint-free wipe, as you can see now, and clean off all of that oil. And I'm using, because it's just Handolly, you know, it's not a real person, I'm just using top coat to stick some gems on there. Obviously this isn't the way to do it on a real person. I would have had to buff that top coat first and use a proper, you know, nail glue, whether it's a gel glue or a nail glue itself, and then top coat around them to secure them. Yeah, so just because it's Handolly and she's, you know, she's not going to go washing up dishes, she's fine. She just sits on my desk, so I wasn't worried about the longevity of these crystals at all. So yes, right, I'm going to let you watch my crystal placement, and I will let you all go so that you don't have to listen to me waffling on. You can listen to some music. We are very close to the end of the video, so thank you ever so much for taking the time to watch. Feel free to leave me a comment. I will comment back. Love to hear from you guys. Like the video if you've enjoyed it. Please, you know, click the thumb for me. It helps me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't. And is there anything else? No, don't think there is. So that's all I've got for now, peeps. Take care, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye for now.
Falling, drowning, I'm losing the best of